Welcome to our podcast on the topic of how social media shapes our beliefs, behaviors, and perceptions, and how it can potentially impact our happiness and confidence. I'm Fleur.
And I'm Vita, and we have a special guest today with us. Her name is Raki Krishna. She is a philosopher, published writer, poet, and shaman living and growing a food forest in the Netherlands. She helps people heal from depression, burnout, and ancestral trauma using natural and ancient ways of healing. Through her social media, she inspires people to follow a life close to ancestral wisdom, plant medicine, and nature. We are curious to hear from her how she managed a good, healthy balance when it comes to her social media presence.
In today's podcast, we will discuss how and why it's important to take radical responsibility to make wise choices regarding media consumption. Media has revolutionized the way we communicate and connect with each other, but can also shape our beliefs, attitudes, and behaviors.
We will be exploring the ways in which media can be useful but also contributes to feelings of unhappiness, insecurity, and lack of confidence. Shaman Raki will be sharing her insight of the topic. Hello, Raki.
Hi Vita. Hi Anne Fleur. Thank you for having me with you.
Yeah, we feel very honored that you will be in our podcast today.
Yes.
So, it's a very interesting topic. It's about social media, as you heard. And, our first question to you is, what is your experience with social media?
Really good. I have a very good experience with social media. It has helped me to feel the power of my voice. It has helped me to make new connections, new friends, given me more clarity about my purpose. So I would say it has been fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah,
it is
that's
fantastic.
great.
And
Yeah.
also, you are a shaman here in the Netherlands, and you do your job, but you need to reach your audience. You need to reach the people. You need to reach your clients. You are also doing that with social media, I guess. Right?
Yes, I do. But I have to frame the answer rightfully, truthfully, because that's something a lot of people find difficult to understand. When I would say that, yes, I love to reach people, but I don't try to find my clients online.
Mm-hmm. So you believe that the right persons are coming to
absolutely.
you in that way?
Yeah. Because that's how it works, right? You can't just be a marketing pod pretending that you care. You have to care. You have to stand up and feel what you want to feel every day, so that you will put that out. That's something that made a difference to you, something that you saw, something that inspired you to, just to be a better person that day. And I often feel that that's what I want to share with people. Sometimes I forget and I think, I had some incredible story to share, but then I forgot. So then I will share it and be very open that, I experienced this last week and I've been aching to write and share with you, just in the hope that that might help someone to think.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So that is,
So it's not really for reaching out to new clients, but more like you inspire people to think.
Yes.
And to, inspire in general.
Yes,
Maybe
just to inspire
to
them.
get the nice things out of the person. Yeah.
Yeah, also to help them to see that you don't have to run into that hustle mode. You don't have to be switched on all the time. You can just do what you love to do, what you do best, but not run behind that loop of doing more, being switched on all the time. But also truly realizing that, trust in the universe, put out good work, and then just dance away and go to sleep and sit by the fire and dream. Otherwise, you will miss out on the beauty of life. And especially with what I share, I see my huge responsibility in putting my words and deeds go together. They have to go together. It can't be that I'm advising people to go do this or do that and then just doing something completely different with my own life. That's such a waste, right? Because when I advise someone or when I share something that worked for me, I bring that out from my own experience and my own heart. And then I know that it is true. It is helpful. So why wouldn't I do it for myself? Right? So
Yeah.
that's why I don't spend a lot of time online doing that, what people think that every small business owner or a healer or coach should be doing. I don't do that. I have my life, the time that you just want to, be alone, write or dream and cook and just dance away and then come back to it when you have inspiration. I feel that's the biggest responsibility that each person online can build up, because every single thing that you put out is really out there. So you have a certain responsibility to be more helpful, and it should be a little bit useful in some way.
But maybe also the perfect pictures that are being posted on social media and not the real story behind things are being posted is a way that causes these problems. Would you say?
I would say that any person who is using social media should take their brain with them when they're using it, right?
Yeah,
That
of course.
is
Yeah.
as simple as that.
Yeah.
You should take serious radical responsibility for what you're feeding your mind, what your thoughts are, what do you go and click on. Because as everyone knows, that's how the whole social media works.
Yeah, the algorithms.
Yes.
Yes. For example, I have the app TikTok, and I'm not sure if you know that, but if I scroll on TikTok, I will be kind of in a bubble because the algorithm, that determines what videos I will see. Do you do you suggest to just delete TikTok?
This is also with all kinds of news as well, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I would say if something bothers you that much, you should personally take the route that you're going to stop it. So I would say if somebody cannot handle an hour of TikTok or watching YouTube videos or strolling on Instagram, I would say please respect your own rhythm, respect your own body, respect your own wisdom that is telling you this is not for me. Do it.
Exactly.
So you can't continue to blame someone else. I keep telling this all the time, that take responsibility for every single aspect of your life. You can't say that, just because I saw a film like that, I went and did that. No, that's art.
Yes.
You should look at art as art.
Yeah.
So you should understand, right? We all should understand that, okay, if something has come up online, it's your brain's work. You should do the work. You should ask questions. You should use your rational brain as well to ask, okay, that looks beautiful. Yeah, how serious are you going to take that? That depends on yourself. So I would say that's why shadow work is important. Really getting to know yourself and knowing and having the clarity and vision for your life is super important, so that you won't be triggered or offended or feeling jealous, or there's no need. Right? Because then you know that, hey, every single person out there is trying to find their way in this planet. And that's exactly what everyone is doing on social media. Every single person has a certain rule, a certain thing that they're stuck with. Also including myself, right? I do what I do on social media the way I do it because I personally feel that that's the right thing for me to do.
Yeah.
So you have to understand that that's like that with all the millions of people. So who are we to say that they shouldn't post something or they should watch their content?
So you are also you are a healer. Are there many people who come here who are in a burnout or have a depression because of the media?
I wouldn't say directly, but the media does play a role in depleting the energy, also keeping people in loops and fantasies of how life should look like. So I would say, yes, to a certain extent, I can also say media contributes to a lot of anxiety, definitely.
So people see life as a fairy tale at the moment.
Yes, Yes, a lot of people tend to feel that they're not good enough, they're not doing enough, something is wrong with them, not just physically. They feel that, okay, if I cannot do this and this that person is doing, then there's something off, something not right. So I should do more, I should learn more, I should run more, name it. There's always something that you can do better than someone else. So there's a lot of unnecessary competition going on that drives people down. You can't keep that up for a long time. So then you will eventually burn out, eventually get into a depression, get into that space of not feeling good about yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, because you also said in the conversation we had before the podcast that, like, in the past, you wouldn't have the possibilities we have now with social media. Like, what could we learn from the past? Because now we are following each other, and that can, like, very impactful because we are going to follow other beliefs and other perspectives, but you really want to stay with yourself. So that's something we can learn from the past. But, like, do you have specific things we can learn from the past, and do you also advise some things about that to your clients?
I would say one thing social media has probably been doing, which everyone is feeling the effect of it, is that it has somehow made people think less. People are thinking less in a bad way, I would say.
Yeah.
Jumping into all kinds of beliefs, all kinds of trends, running behind every single thing that's coming out. That has not been helpful for a vast number of people. So it makes you feel not good enough, and it also gives the fairy tale impression that everyone else has got it. Everyone else's life is incredible. Or why is my life not like that? So a lot of people go down that rabbit hole of feeling really depleted every time they come on social media. And I would say that was not there in the past in this level. In the past, it was I would say 100 years ago, with the normal telephones, it was always one-on-one. And I see that with social media, a lot of people have forgotten the magic of having a real good conversation with another human being.
Yes, exactly.
That very less actual human interaction. People can't take it anymore. People don't know how to deal with their own emotions. So they shut everything out. And of course, when the world of social media is present, it's so easy to imagine that you have friends and you have this vast number of things happening around you. So that is an imaginary world that you kind of get locked in that isolation. I would never say isolation is bad, but an isolation like that is very pretentious.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. And also, like, but then the other side is, like, we on the Fleur and I are learning in school that we need social media to reach people, and we are pushed forward to use social media as a very important tool to reach our target audience, because we are probably going to be entrepreneurs, right? So what would you say to us? Like, do we really need to go on with social media, or do you have advice for, like, what do we need to watch out for?
I would say use a lot of your time, at least the last couple of months, when you're finishing up your university. Give yourself the time to really ask what and how you want to use this beautiful gift of talent and life that you've been given.
Okay.
How are you going to use it?
Yes.
I feel that social media is such a powerhouse. It's such a powerful tool. If you're using it for good, you can create so much goodness on this planet.
So it's clear that social media is a powerful tool that can shape our beliefs, attitudes, and behaviors and impact our happiness and confidence. According to Safer Kids Online, young influencers who partly base their self-esteem on the likes and shares they receive can struggle if the online audience interest wanes or is negative. which in turn could lead to increasing feelings of fear and insecurity. According to Awin research, many influencers hiccup against depression because of the pressure they have to deal with. Do you think it's also hard for the celebrities and the public figures to navigate the pressure to maintain a certain image and deal with their own insecurities in the public eye?
Yes, extremely difficult. I think these days, celebrities, anyone who was out there in the public realm, I think a lot of them already know that there is no way of really plugging out as quickly as they got plugged in. So most of them are getting equipped with this idea that, okay, I can't have a private life, but that doesn't mean that you have to run your life for the audience. You can't run your life for your fans. You can't do that. So I have no idea how, but they are doing it. It is a very difficult space for a lot of people who are out in the public. Absolutely difficult.
I think but then a lot of people don't realize that, because there's also a whole stigma around influencers that they have an easy job and
that's true.
They're making money easily, but I don't think that's already fair to see it like that.
Yeah, because like a lot of people choose to do, like, for example, like being influencer on TikTok. And I see it, my perspective is that they choose that job as an easy job to just make money easily.
Mm-hmm.
But you see it also like that it's not fair because they are having actually a 24/7 job,
Yes.
for example.
Yes.
And you see it as they are not easily making money?
Yeah, well, maybe easy is not the right word to say, but of course it seems easy if they're only making a video and they get paid by that. But I there's a whole concept about it, and they have to think about those things as well, and that's also what we're being taught in our study right now.
Anna Fleur, would you use the word skill set instead of easy?
Yes.
Right?
Yes. That's. I think that's a good word to use.
Because I like we were discussing before the recording started, the way a lot of people can make their jobs look easy. That's also something that a lot of people get trapped into. They think, "Oh, but for you, it's so easy."
But it's not.
People forget to think that, whoa, that is a certain skill set.
Yeah.
If that person is fantastic on camera, or if that person is, able to sell something, or, do all of the stuff that the influencers are doing, that requires a certain skill set.
Yeah.
Right? It can look like, oh, it's not like a skill set of a surgeon, or it's not a skill set, of an artist or whatever. But it is still a certain skill set. And I feel that it got exaggerated a lot. And people forget that if an influencer is having a real business based on that show that person is putting out, that requires a lot of entrepreneurial skill sets as well.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
true. I agree.
That can drive a lot of people into depression, anxiety, because a lot of entrepreneurs, I see a lot of entrepreneurs here in my practice space as well. So I see that there is a kind of pressure to earn. Otherwise, it's not called a business, right? Mm-hmm. So where do you strike the right balance?
Yeah, so as a call to action for our listeners, our Rocky has written a small poem. So breathe in, breathe out, and listen carefully.
Let us dream a new dream. Move beyond divisions and limited belief that we are separate from the world. Free fall into the intelligence present in our collective thinking. Let us come together, think together for our humanity's healing and growth. Let us encourage and nourish each other to go beyond survival mode. May we thrive as one human race. Let us dream this new dream.
Wow.
Thank you. That's wonderful.
Yeah, really nice, Rocky. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you, Rocky.
Thank you so much, both of you.
Thank
and
you,
all
Anna
the
Fleur.
listeners.
Yeah, and thank you all the listeners for tuning in. We will be back next week with another episode for our podcast because we have a lot to discuss. Well, thank you for listening. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.